It's International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer, which is observed annually to raise awareness about the importance of the layer. Esther Omokwariola reports on how its depletion is leading to global warming and climate change across the world.
The ozone layer, like Earth's protective umbrella, shields us from harmful ultraviolet rays, crucial for our health and environment. Today, the world honors global efforts to heal the ozone layer and address its depletion. The 1987 Montreal Protocol was a game changer. It phased out harmful substances like chlorofluorocarbons, otherwise called CFCs, found in old appliances. Thanks to this, there were signs of ozone recovery, but challenges remain. Climate change and new ozone-depleting substances need attention.
If nations don't wake up, they keep on playing politics with climate change, it will get to a point where there will be no choice. I mean, civilizations have ended before. They've come and they've gone. We all know this. The oil or petroleum civilization has not even lasted up to 200 years. And now it's on the last throes. It's coming to an end. So it's either it is end in a managed way or it will end in a cataclysmic way.
However, here are a few tips experts say we can do to solve this critical issue. Support eco-friendly choices, use energy-efficient appliances, and recycle old ones. Educate yourself and others about the importance of ozone layer. Knowledge is a powerful tool. Lastly, urge leaders to uphold international agreements and push for stronger environmental protection. The ozone layer is more than a shield. It is a testament to our commitment to a sustainable future. By making environmentally responsible choices, spreading awareness, and holding leaders accountable, you can ensure a cleaner, safer world for generations to come. Esther Omokwariola, TVC News, Lagos.
Joining me for more on this is the President, Nigerian Environmental Society, Dorothy Bassey. She joins us from Lagos, Nigeria. It's good to have you join us on the news at 7.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. There has been a lot of talks about the preservation of ozone layer, but for the understanding of the layman, why is it important?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here. Let me make a correction. I am the immediate past president of the Nigerian Environmental Society.
Apologies for that.
Yes.
Thank you so much for correcting us. Apologies for that.
All right. So I've been following your discussions, and I'll just say a few things, especially for the layman and for the man on the streets, like I always would say. What are the things we need to do to help our environment, and particularly as we remember that we are committed, by signing the treaties, we are committed to putting things in place to ensure that we protect the environment and protect the ozone layer. We all use air conditioners in our homes, but I wonder if we do carry out periodic inspections, maintenance, to ensure that there are no leaks. The ozone layer is there by nature to protect mankind from harmful ultraviolet rays, as we know, which causes a sunburn and a varied other diseases. So we must, as human beings, first and foremost, particularly at this time, to know what it is and to know what contributes to it. Like you said, chlorofluorocarbons and volatile organic chemicals do contribute to the depletion. Though it is recovering, the ozone layer is recovering, we need to intensify efforts to ensure that we do not go back to where we're coming from. And that is to say, reduce the use of aerosols, make sure that you inspect your air conditioners, like I said, but most importantly, it is interesting to know that despite these actions, we're using more and more of generating sets. And that is a misnomer because on the one hand, you are trying to solve a problem. On the other hand, you're taking us back. So we have to ensure we move. Sorry?
For us here in Nigeria, particularly here in Lagos, you know, the issue of
Exactly.
electricity is a problem we're trying to
Yes,
solve. Hopefully this government can do that.
exactly.
But this year's theme is Montreal Protocol, fixing the ozone layer and reducing climate change.
Yes.
How are these two connected?
Yeah, because if we carry out, for example, in Nigeria, like you rightly said, if the use of generators is on the increase, does that not counter what we're trying to do? We also do not have mass transit, although the cost of fuel has now um, has now helped us not to use our cars all the time. But these particles, the emissions coming from the generating sets, from the cars, is counterproductive in saving the planet. And so when you look at the theme, which is fixing the ozone layer, we are not fixing it if we go as we are, if we continue the way we are continuing. We're not fixing it at all. Rather, we are adding to depleting the ozone layer. So we really need to critically look at these issues because they are all interconnected. And that is one thing a lot of people don't see.
Well,
When you talk about safety,
that brings me to my next question. What can the everyday people, what can we do, you know, to contribute to the ozone layer protection and climate change reduction? In a few seconds, ma'am.
okay, yeah. Stop the use of aerosols or reduce the use of aerosols because they contain the substances that contribute to the depletion of the ozone layer. Rather, for what do you call it? Deodorants, use the roll-on type. That's number one. Number two, if you can move away from using the generators, use your solar inverters and solar cells, that's perfect. Government needs to incentivize the population and give some kind of incentives for people to move away from the generators. It is difficult, especially if you're in the manufacturing sector, but it can be done because it's been done in other parts of the world, right? And then for the cars, we need to do more of carpooling rather than everybody or every household has 3 to 4 cars. That in itself is correcting itself. But these are the simple things the man on the street can do to ensure that we are contributing to fixing climate change.
Immediate past president, Nigerian Environmental Society, Dorothy Bassey, thank you so much for joining us on TVC News at 7.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.